Mending the Highlander's Heart. Highland Destinies. By Aileen Adams.
Chapter 1. 2 months, that was the longest Mac had stayed in one place for years. In fact, he couldn't remember a time in the last several years when he stayed anywhere longer than a week. It took only that long before the desire to settle down and build a home for himself crept back in, and with it, the pain of knowing he could never have those things. It was a pain he wouldn't wish on his worst enemy. When Blaine had asked for his help, Mac had not hesitated to agree to do whatever he could. They were a certain brand of brothers that did not walk away from each other. And Mac had not lied when he told Blaine that saving Kirstein's town from the neighboring clan had been the most fun he'd had in a while. But that had been 2 months ago. It had taken that long for their village to rebuild itself. Now when he walked down the street, Mac found that he knew most of the faces and had been a major part of reconstructing their houses and stores. It was unsettling. He didn't care for the familiarity that he shared with this town. He had done his best to keep his distance, to stay aloof and detached, but once the first person had managed to worm their way through, the rest of the village had as well. It was difficult to stay aloof and detached from people when one was so busy trying to convince the world around him that everything is fine. Mac had a hard time playing the carefree, detached bachelor and the distant stranger at the same time. And Blaine had a knack for seeing through him. "Headed somewhere?" Blaine called, seemingly to appear from nowhere. Mac swallowed down his disappointment at sneaking out unnoticed. He shifted his saddlebags on his shoulder as he turned to face his friend. "Merely going for a ride," he lied, trying to seem convincing. "Where are ye riding out to?" "I'll go with ye." Mac sighed, knowing he had been found out. And from the glint in Blaine's eye, he was never going to get away with his plan. "'Tis time for me to go, Blaine. I have stayed with ye for far too long." "So ye were gonna sneak off while ye thought nae one was looking? Ye were nae even going to give Kirstein so much as a goodbye?" "I thought it would be better this way." "Better for whom?" "For the both of ye. If I simply left, ye would nae have to worry about me and where I'm headed to next. Ye could both move on with your lives." "Nay," Blaine argued, his frustration marked across his face. "Ye were sneaking away like a thief, so ye would nae have to answer our questions or confront the truth for yourself." "I dinna ken what ye want me to say, Blaine," Mac let out with a huff. "Stay for dinner. Tell Kirstein that ye are leaving. And then go in the morning."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?